Hello, beautiful beings. This is Sarah Harrington, and I am here today to do an EFT tapping video on self-love and releasing beliefs around unworthiness, shame, or self-doubt, especially stemming from the inner child wound. So go ahead and get comfy. This will be about 15 minutes or so, so just take some time to be connected with yourself where you won't be disturbed and really allow yourself to drop in and be present for this experience. And if you're new to EFT tapping, it's a really, really beautiful way of connecting to your body's intuition, your subconscious. We're going to be tapping on some meridian points, and what we're doing is really creating the sense of safety and security for our subconscious mind, and using the power of our word and our voice to speak aloud what we're releasing, as well as what we're calling in. So it's really, really powerful because not only are you conditioning your mind, your subconscious mind, and your conscious mind to release, you're also conditioning and implanting it into your body's wisdom and your body's awareness, so it cements it on an even deeper level. So it's a really powerful practice, it's really fun, and you can do this for pretty much anything that you are feeling, and this one in particular is just going to be about connecting with the inner child. So with that being said, we can go ahead and get started. I'm just going to adjust my camera. All right, so EFT tapping follows the same pattern every single time, and we're going to tap on the same meridian points every single time. And as we work our way up from the wrist to the side of the shoulder, to the clavicle, up to the chin, above the lip, the sides of the temples, middle of the forehead, and then crown. And these are going to be the points that we tap on every single time, and we can really shift up what the subject matter is depending on what we're going through. And so another really important thing to remember is to always speak in the past tense as we are releasing, because what we're doing is conditioning our body and our brains to recognize that we have released a pattern that no longer serves, and we're calling in a new pattern that we then get to carry with us into the future, present and future. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to tap on the wrist points first. So even though in the past my inner child had a belief that it wasn't safe to express myself, and even though in the past my inner child was scared of being me out of a fear of judgment or rejection or persecution, I'm choosing to let that all go, and I deeply, deeply love, honor, accept, cherish, and forgive myself. Side of the wrist. And even though in the past my inner child was trying to protect me by putting up walls or boundaries, by not allowing me to speak my truth or feel heard or seen or received by my community, I'm choosing to let that all go, and I know that that truth does not define me any longer. And I deeply, deeply love, honor, accept, cherish, and forgive myself for ever feeling that way. Because I know my inner child was just trying to protect me. My inner child was just trying to keep me safe from harm, safe from judgment, safe from persecution. And so I'm really grateful to my inner child for trying to protect me, for protecting me, and for doing their best. And I deeply, deeply love, honor, accept, cherish, and forgive myself for ever feeling anything other than loved, held, or supported. Side of the shoulder. And even though in the past I may have felt that my family didn't understand me, or I couldn't really fully be who I was around my family, and that spread out into my friendships and my professional relationships as I became an adult, I know that that's not really true, and I know that it is so safe for me to be myself in all moments, and I am so loved and supported in all that I do. And I deeply, deeply love, honor, accept, cherish, and forgive myself for ever doubting my truth and my radiance and my brilliance. I know it's not their fault. I know it's no one's fault. It's just what happened, and it was just a story that I was telling myself in the past that I've also chosen to release. And so I let it go, with peace, honor, love, and gratitude. And so it is. It is done. I'm gonna do the clavicles, excuse my hair, my necklace. Because even though in the past I limited myself and I chose not to speak my truth or embrace my most authentic, most radiant self, or I hid myself away, or chose to believe limiting beliefs around my ability to show up in the world and be held and supported and nurtured and cared for and so loved, I know that was just a story, and I deeply, deeply love, honor, accept, cherish, and forgive myself. And I'm just tapping on the heart to open the heart, to breathe this wisdom into my body, tap this wisdom into my heart center. And as we move up to the chin, that's where I like to speak in my new beliefs. So I know that I am absolutely loved for exactly who I am. I know that I am so worthy of receiving all of my desires. I know that I'm so worthy of being held in a safe and supportive community, being loved by my peers, being loved by my network, my friends, my family. I know how safe it is for me to speak my truth because my truth is always received. And even if it's not, it's my truth, and nothing can take that away from me. And I honor my truth above all. And I deeply, deeply love, honor, accept, cherish, and forgive myself on a cellular level in all dimensions, timelines, and realities. Then we're going to do the upper lip. And I know how amazing it feels to allow myself to shine, to allow myself to be my most radiant, most authentic, most divine, most beautiful, most joyful self. And it feels so good to truly surrender to those feelings. And I am calling them in now. It is my birthright to be happy, to feel good, to experience pleasure in all that I am and all that I am becoming. And I deeply, deeply love, honor, accept, cherish, and forgive myself, down to a cellular level, in all dimensions, timelines, and realities. Cheekbones. And I know how good it feels to speak my truth. I know how good it feels to speak from the heart. I know how good it feels to trust my intuition, and I know I am so safe to express myself in all the infinite and abundant and beautiful ways that my soul chooses to do so. I am enough. I am received and held by my family, by my community, by my soul fam, by my loved ones, even by people who I don't even know. Simply by being around them, I create a ripple effect that affects the whole planet. Simply by being around me, people's vibe is uplifted. And it's so good. It feels so good. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to shine. Temples. And I know how amazing I am. And I know how safe my inner child feels now that I have done this work of releasing and transmuting and transforming. I know how amazing my inner child feels to see and feel how loved they are, to feel the support, and to see how the more I put myself out there and the more I choose to be my most authentic, vulnerable self, the more the world radiates and reflects that light back to me. It is safe for me to be vulnerable. It is safe for me to speak my truth. It is safe for me to be myself, and it is safe for me to love myself unconditionally. We're going to do the middle of the forehead, the third eye. And I see clearly through any illusions that I may have placed in my own way. I am fully connected to my divine God self, and I deeply, deeply love, honor, accept, cherish, and forgive myself. I know that I am so worthy of living my best life, and I am so worthy of receiving abundance simply by being myself. I love myself. I cherish myself. I I forgive myself, and I am the most radiant embodiment of my higher self's evolution in human form. Top of the head. And I thank the universe, I thank my guides, I thank my inner child, I thank all high vibrational beings that have conspired for my lessons and my growth, that have helped me to get to this point right here, right now. And I thank myself for doing this work, for trusting in myself, for being willing to transform, and for being willing to receive downloads from the infinite truth of all that I am. I deeply, deeply love, honor, accept, cherish, and forgive myself down to a cellular level in all dimensions, timelines, and realities. And it feels so good, and I am so grateful. And so it is. And I like to finish with the wrist just to kind of wrap it all up. And I'm so grateful and so honored. And I feel the radiance shining through my pores, and it feels so, so, so good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is. And you might notice a shift in your energy. For me, I feel very like tingly and just light and grounded and grateful. And just make sure you drink a lot of water. Make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure that if any emotion comes forward for you during this process, that you allow it to be expressed. That's really the whole point of this process, is to physically express and release old conditioning, old beliefs, old programming that doesn't serve. And also reprogram it with the new, truthful, high vibrational, loving, radiant energy that we all love to exist in. So I am sending you so much love on your journey. I hope this video has served you, and would love to hear any feedback if anything comes forward for you. All my love. Have a beautiful day.